You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, GH fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I want to talk to you guys about Nikolas Cassadine completely getting away with kidnapping Esme. I guess it's holding hostage, not kidnapping, since he didn't take her from someplace. He just kept her someplace. So that's also called constructive kidnapping, though. The amnesiac issue could be a real problem for the cops or the DA, which is Robert Scorpio, who is not a fan of the Cassadines in general. But I think this story is about to get really, really interesting. Right now, we know, finally, Nikolas Cassadine out of that coma, alive, doing well. He's out jogging, drinking beer, living the life. But he faces serious repercussions back in Port Charles. Already, Spencer is furious at his father for faking his death last time, and now he thinks he's just run off and abandoned his responsibilities to Ace. So if Nick keeps dawdling instead of revealing he's alive and has been stuck up in a coma in Pautuck, nobody may forgive him. However, Nikolas has a big reason to keep on hiding out, and that is fear of prison time for what he did to evil Esme Prince. So I want to talk about why he's very likely going to get away with it. Hey, if you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates. If you click notification, depending on how you have your notifications set up, it'll send you a text or an email. You get to decide how you want your notifications. It's in your YouTube settings, and it notifies you when there's a new video for you to see, and that can help you avoid the robot channels, the clickbait channels that are doing bad Photoshop and lying to you. There's another channel that is trying to make their YouTube images, their thumbnails, look like ours to confuse you into clicking for them. So subscribe, please. It helps you find the content you want, and it helps our channel, and I appreciate it so much. Let's dig into this messy Nikolas thing that I'm excited about in most regards. So I think there's one huge thing that's going to force Nikolas to come out of hiding and reveal that he's alive, even if he faces potential jail time. Remember his lovely, grieving... Were they still married? Were they officially divorced? Or is she a grieving widow? At any rate, Ava's about to sell Wyndemere. She told Lucy Coe she wants to put it up for sale. And the reason that Ava even has Wyndemere is because she was holding dirt over Nikolas's head. He made that false confession to a crime that she was going to be accused of. In case you forgot that tidbit, Esme went over the parapet. I think she went over the parapet twice. Didn't she go over? She went over the parapet twice, I think. She went over once when she was arguing with Ava, and then the second time was when she jumped, when she was heavily pregnant. Yeah, that's how I think it went. You guys remind me in the comments. At any rate, to ensure Ava of his love and affection, Nikolas made a video where he confessed to the one that tried to kill Esme by pushing her off the parapet. So that gave Ava leverage and kept them together in this hateful marriage for a little while longer. But with Esme alive, that confession is completely meaningless. So there's nothing for him to use against Ava or Ava to use against him in that regard. So Ava's got Wyndemere up for sale, and Nick's going to be enraged to find out. I'm sure he was making big plans to swoop back into town and somehow get it. And with her putting it up for sale, that's a problem unless he's just going to try and buy it. So, however, Ava's also trying to talk Sonny and Nina into buying it. So if there's other buyers, Nick's got to make a move. So this real estate conundrum might be just what the doctor ordered to get Nikolas out of Dr. Gatlin-Holt's cabin up in Pautuck. And interestingly, it seems Austin really does have a soft spot for Ava because he's trying to get Nikolas to go back to Pautuck and come clean. But Nikolas keeps making excuses and procrastinating and jogging and drinking beer and just hanging out. And I'm certain part of that is fear that he's going to be prosecuted for holding his pregnant one-night stand captive. So I wonder, has Austin told Nikolas, oh, by the way, Esme has amnesia? because Nikolas clearly knows about their son, Ace Cassadine, because he and Austin were talking about it. And that means Austin has been keeping Nikolas up to date once he woke up from his coma. But perhaps it hasn't dawned on Nikolas yet that her amnesia means Esme can't really give testimony against him because she doesn't remember any of it. So she can't. She can say, I was told, da-da-da-da-da, but that's hearsay. That won't work. Elizabeth could testify against him, but she won't volunteer. If she was forced to, if she was called into court, I don't think she would lie under oath for him because she already faced the music for her part of that with the hospital board, nursing board, something. So there's a case to be made also that Alexis Davis, Spencer Cassadine, and Laura Spencer could persuade Esme to get the PCPD to just drop the charges for her captivity. That way, Liz would never be called into court and Nikolas would get away with it. Esme could say she was confused and she was willingly staying at Spoon Island and just, whatever. So they can also remind Esme that she's gotten off the hook for a whole lot of shady deeds because people have shown her grace, and Laura can probably bend Esme to her will if it comes to it because she really does like Laura a lot. Without Esme pressing charges, the path is clear for Nikolas to come back to town and reclaim his life. I doubt he'll be able to reclaim his wife, though. And once Ava finds out he's been alive while she's been blackmailed by hillbilly terrorists, she may actually try harder to kill him the next time since she didn't succeed on her first try. I get the feeling Nikolas Cassadine is going to be sticking around, whether it's Adam Huss that stays in the role, or they bring back a past actor, or they recast the role with somebody new. So that means they have to clear up Nick's potential criminal charge issue straight away. From there are so very many things they can do with Nikolas. So many things that my head is spinning with the possibilities. So I'm going to make a special video all about that. So stay tuned here to our channel for that and more General Hospital spoilers. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click a like if you enjoyed this conversation about Nikolas. And definitely drop your comments on whether you agree with me. Do you think Nikolas Cassadine is going to get away with holding Esme captive for all those weeks? Is he going to get off scot-free? What do you think? Let me know what you think. This has been Belinda from Soap Dirt. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.